Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil look me in the eye and I'll look the other way. What else could I do? I just stared at the doorway and knew I'd rather be drunk with you.
Hey Internet, Dracofunk here, and welcome back to my 100 subscriber special, episode 37, where I continue to tirelessly drive to the South Pole. And today, that's what we're doing. We're gonna head south. And I know I missed last week's episode, but that's okay because it's a Thanksgiving miracle, even though this episode's also coming out late. But the Thanksgiving miracle is that tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and I may make up for the lost episode last week by putting out an episode tomorrow. However, that will be a Thanksgiving miracle if that happens, because while everything is ready, the episode's recorded, it's been rendered in the fashion that it needs to be. My family we're going to have dinner with my mom over at her house with my sister and the rest of the family. And that being said, I plan on baking some pies and, well, if there is a Thanksgiving miracle, it will happen. I'd like to get everything out, I just want to, I'm ready to finish this series. I want to make it to the South Pole, and I'm getting oh so close right now. We are in the late stages of this journey, and that is where we are. So, we've had a couple mishaps, but all in all, it's been pretty uneventful. Now, this part of Kerbin is a little bit more, it's a little bit more treacherous than I would like, and I'm trying to choose my route carefully so I don't have to go up too many steep hills or down steep hills or wreck into a mountain. And that's just what I'm doing. I'm not really pushing my speed either, because I don't want to mess up now. And that is the case. So as you can see, it's just lots of ups and downs and a little bit of sideways. And we're all, roaring to get there. I have this little hill that I have to get by, and then that next mountain range, and from there, it is straight on to the ice. And once I get down onto the ice, it's a straight shot almost to the South Pole. But here, I have to be a little bit careful. Do I really want to go down there? I don't know if I do. But I'm going to do it anyway, because that's just what we're going to do. And, here we are. We're down in the lowlands, and we're going to have to go back up before we go back down one more time. Yeah. So, hey, big news. Saturday, SpaceX launched the second integrated flight of Starship, and it went much better than the first flight. It was not quite as successful as everybody had hoped, but it was not a complete failure. We got the test the flight termination system. If you didn't watch it and haven't seen any of the playbacks, go watch it. It's actually, nice to see what is the largest rocket ever to launch. All 33 engines ignited and worked all the way up to stage separation. When the booster went to flip around, there were not all the engines reignited the way they should, and then the booster exploded. The second stage Starship, all engines ignited, and I agree with Scott Manley, it seems that there was a leak in one of the liquid oxygen tanks, causing the engines to prematurely shut down, and the ship, we believe the flight termination system activated, and the ship blew up. So, it's not perfect, but it made it much further than the first attempt, where stage separation never happened and the rocket kind of spun around. And, but the big takeaway is that the launch pad appears to be in good condition. They've been doing some work on it over the past couple days, but nothing major seems to be going on. I'm sure there was, it's very possible there was some minor damage, but all in all, no rock tornado, no huge chunks of debris getting flown about, no months of rebuilding because the infrastructure underneath it has been destroyed. So now it's just on for the next, waiting for the next launch, which I don't know which booster and ship combination that will be. Just a quick glance over. There is work going on the orbital launch mounts, but that is it. Everything seems to be there, and there are people working on it. But hey, that is what's going on. And what's going on here in Kerbal Space Program is still, we are continuing to drive south. Luckily, with this terrain and me not pushing the speed too much, I'm not really using much battery power at all, and I'm sure this won't hold for the whole time, but for the moment, battery reserves are good, and we are continuing towards that mountain range, which is the last mountain range we have to drive beside before we enter the ice sheet. Oh, what are some other channel news? Let's see, this week we continue our journey down the MCU with the release of Black Panther. It'll be the first time Shaggy B has seen this movie. And we all get to watch it, or got to watch it together a couple weeks ago. The following week, will be our first Friday public domain movie, War of the Satellites. I was not there for that recording because I was somewhere else, and I don't remember where else I was. That was actually recorded quite a while ago. And then we have a surprise movie that actually I was there for like the last 20 minutes of it. And I made a mistake, and everybody else had to pay for my mistake. Guys, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to do that. It was truly an accident. And Vomit, I know you're going to get me back this Friday. So I look forward to that. Yeah, so this Friday, me and Vomit, I believe it'll just be us together, alone. Shaggy B is out for the next couple weeks, which happens in me and Shaggy B often will have to be off on our normal recording dates because of things. Also, I believe they watched the second episode of Invincible without me, which is unfortunate because I do want to see it. I'll watch it, just I didn't get to watch it with them, which is okay. Me and Shaggy B do intend on finishing Lower Decks. We've just both been really super busy. So that is something we may get to hopefully over this holiday weekend. But we shall see. And the sun has gone down on Kerbin. So oh no. Rainbow Bridge between US and Canada closed following vehicle explosion. There are believed to be fatalities from the incident, which that stinks. Hopefully this is not something nefarious. I really hope it's not. Well, that's a little bit of a damper, and right now you can see I'm kind of on the side of a hill, which is a little bit intimidating. But anyway, I'm sending good thoughts to all those involved with that incident, and I'm hoping that there was nothing nefarious and this was just a very tragic accident, and that everybody is safe and everything turns out for the best we can. It seems that They have now closed some of the borders from Canada into New York. So that's a thing. Well, back to the 100 subscriber special. We are still driving. The sun has disappeared below the horizon. It is getting darker. We still have plenty of battery power, but my time for driving is up, and we are going to stop here for the night since we have lost daylight, and hopefully, possibly as soon as tomorrow, but maybe not till Friday, the next episode will be out where I continue to drive all the way to the South Pole. This rover has traveled all the way from the Space Center to the North Pole and all the way from the North Pole, and it is on its way to the South Pole. If you haven't done so, like and subscribe, and to all my American friends, happy Thanksgiving, and see you later.